Nivea. Fucking Nivea. Dickhead. Right guys, so coming at you with episode 3 today, and I thought what we'd do is a little bit of a recap in just how prep's been going. So we're sitting at just over three and a bit weeks into prep now. It hasn't been the easiest start. There has been some complications along the way, some infections, some issues, injuries. I mean, it has to be the first time I've ever taken on a diet and there's been complications. Usually this shit just runs smooth, but you put the word prep in front of it, is what it is, right? But we are now 10 pounds down, feeling absolutely fucking incredible. The body's responded very, very nicely now. Fingers crossed, no more hiccups. We have got a ever so slight lower back, potentially QL glute issue going on. A right potential bicep problem going on. We've got a couple of ideas floating around with what we might do with that, but at the moment we're just going to back off a little bit of volume with some heavy compound exercises just to kind of decrease the amount of tension going into the lower back and the bicep. Potentially going to run some peptides, but I will go into that one. But at the moment we're feeling very, very good. Energy's high, food's easy. It's nice to have an appetite back. It's nice to feel hungry. It's nice to actually look forward to a meal again. So I am more than happy 3 and a bit weeks in, and to be honest, there ain't no struggles going on here. I ain't going to be pissing and moaning about being hungry. I ain't going to be pissing and moaning about working. It is what it is. We have a choice. This is our choice to be in prep. We actually have a luxury to be able to do the things we do. So the people who are moaning that they're tired, that they're hungry, that it's hard, man up. Like, you're in a very, very fortunate position to be doing what you're doing. So you will not hear any fucking moaning from me, except from these ones. So when I first started, obviously, as some of you know, I developed an infection in my leg. I got a cut on the back of my ankle, which how got infected, I have no idea. This was probably the first week I started prep actually, and the swelling and tracking went from my ankle probably to the top of my calf. I didn't really think much of it to start with, but then when I actually tried to walk on it and the swelling and pain was so unbearable I couldn't walk on it, I then got a little bit worried. So spoke to some of my friends who were nurses and clients, called 111. They thought I had cellulitis. Now, I definitely did not have cellulitis. It was just a bad infection that had just spread up my leg. So they put me on a course of antibiotics, which of course is going to completely obliterate your digestive system, your microbiome. So where a lot of people thought, oh, it's just an infection, get over it, it completely fucked food, digestion, my recovery as well, because I just wasn't absorbing any nutrients from the food. The microbiome in my digestive system were just nuked. So I probably only run the course of antibiotics for 3 days, and then I had enough of it. I trust my body, and I knew it would sort itself out in the end. The only thing that kind of did piss me off was I had to miss a couple of leg sessions or adapt leg sessions in a way because I just could not put any weight on my left foot. So squatting was just well out of the picture. There was also a pretty fantastic picture, or a video, sorry, that I made a fake leg extension out of bands. That was quite funny. Check out my Instagram for that one. Second one was the infections I developed in my lower abdomen. So a little bit more complex for that one. Not the video for it, but that will be coming up and I will go into it in a lot more detail. Third is the injuries that I'm kind of fighting off at the moment. Nothing that's creating too much of a problem, but have had to change a few things training wise and potentially going to add a few things in to try and correct the problem. So firstly is my lower back. Now, I have been well aware of this for years. My left QL, left glute, is a constant reoccurring problem, especially the leaner I get. It has creeped in very quickly this time round, but usually is when I start getting deep into a diet. So vascular abs, just real kind of the nitty gritty part of dieting is when it starts getting a little bit frail and temperamental. It has started flaring up a little bit sooner, but I knew it would at some point. So the only changes I've made is we're dropping RDLs out for a couple of weeks, and any kind of row position where my lower back is compromised, we're just going to go to a supported row, just to kind of take the pressure out of it, just for a couple of weeks, till gyms reopen again, and then we're going to test it and see what we can do with that. There's no point in changing the movement out for any sort of pull from the floor or anything like that that's just going to compromise it, because a successful prep is one that I can maintain without a fucking injury. So I'm not going to risk it for no point. The other is one that's been reoccurring now for about a year, which is my right bicep. It hasn't actually given me any problems in lockdown until now. It was always while the gyms were open. And I put it down to just the amount that I was doing in the gym. So loading weights off of clients, clearing weights off bars, things like that. It flared up probably 2 weeks ago now. Created a lot of shit in a push session. And basically the whole arm goes numb. And I can feel just a pinpoint accuracy right at the base of where my bicep attaches. So potentially gonna run some peptides just to see if we can clear it up. I haven't ordered it yet because it has died down over the last couple of days. So whether or not it's just mechanical tightness from my shoulder, from my pec, not too sure. With everything still being locked down, I can't get treatment for it. So other than that, everything else has been fucking sweet. Diet is piss easy. Not struggling with that at all. Like I said earlier, it's nice to have an appetite. It's nice to look forward to meals. I actually look forward to the feeling of being hungry. And without sounding like a sick, sadistic prick, I actually drag my meals out just a little bit longer so I can make the most of feeling hungry. I've actually missed that feeling. So calories are pretty respectable at the moment. We're sitting on a training day that was around 3,200. Non-training day is around 2,800, which for me is low, but I'm not struggling right now. So it's all good. Training wise, fucking brilliant. Other than the injury affecting a couple of sessions, it's not really got in the way, and I'm still hitting every number that I need to. There are things that are harder to manage training at home, but you fucking get around it. You do it. Your objective and the reason why you do it are much bigger than any fucking excuse you can think of. So that kind of wraps us up into what will be coming in episode number 4, which will be a leg day in a wardrobe. And if any of you think that you can't imitate the same intensity at home as what you do in a gym, we are going to show you that you can. So look forward to seeing you guys then. Much love.